listen up, listen. Hey, listen. Listen. Hey, listen. Do you all have one of these? Who needs one? You need one. Okay. So, there's some revision questions here. And I think the best thing is if we take turns doing them. So it should only take you a couple of minutes, like 2 minutes to do the short one. The very first question is equation of the line. I hope you can do that in 1 to 2 minutes. So we'll take turns doing these questions. I think I got all the topics people wanted yesterday on this, okay? There's questions on the back as well. So we'll start these now. Do you have one of these? Yes.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you have number 1 finished. I'll do it on the board, and then you do number 2, and I'll do it on the board. Question? The question paper? Why did you wait until I was sitting down? I asked if you...
I'm beginning to think it's a trend.
Yeah, but I asked if I had one like 3 minutes ago. There you go. Nathan, get working. Just like old times. Have you got the first one finished? So that's a no. Get working on it. Physics students, I think all of these questions, except for number 6 and 14, are possibly on your exam as well. So it's just 6 and 14 that would you don't need to do those ones. Come on. Here. We're doing question 1 now.
Oh, I thought you did question 5.
Finished? Yeah. Some people finish number 1? Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at number 1 now. So the very first thing you need to do is get the slope, which is m, which you all remember, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this one would be 1 minus 6 over 6 minus minus 4. So that's minus 5 over 10, isn't it? Yeah. Which is minus a half. Although we don't want this slope, they're looking for the line perpendicular. So actually the slope we need to use is 2. So we have y equals 2x plus c. We need a point to get the c. And the line they're talking about is perpendicular to PQ, but it doesn't pass through PQ. It passes through the middle of PQ. So we need to work out this point, which isn't so bad. It's just the middle of these two numbers. So that is 6 minus 4 over 2 and 1 plus 6 over 2. It's like the average of the 2 points. You add and divide by 2. So 6 minus 4 is 2 over 2 is 1. and 1 plus 6 is 7 over 2 is 3.5. Yeah? Did people get that? So if we put this in now, we get 3.5 equals 2 plus c, so c equals 1.5. So we have our answer, y equals 2x plus 1.5. I hope you got that. This is semester 1, chapter 1 topic. Do you want to move down that end? Might be a bit easier. Okay. Do you have this taken down? So, can you start number 2? Number 2 is also short. You have to use your rules of logs to simplify here. And the question says show all your workings. It's not really possible to use the calculator here. Anyways, if you wanted to, why can't you use the calculator here even if you wanted to? Yeah, the base is an A and not a number. Okay, try number 2 now. Did you write this down, or I can scroll down?
Actually, I think it's,
Okay, so you don't need this answer, I can scroll down? Finished? Maybe finish? Finished? Right, maybe we'll have a look at this now, I think. So the first thing here, guys, come on. First thing here, we can use like third or fourth rule of logs, which says numbers in the front can go up to the power, or usually it was the power comes down in front, but it's just the reverse here. So all these numbers that are in the front, we can bring them up to the power. So this would be log A 8 power 2 over 3 plus log A 6 squared minus log A 36 power a half minus log A 2 cubed minus log A 9 power a half. Now, power 1 over 3. What would 1 over 3 be? Do you remember? Cube root. So cube root of 8. 2 squared. 4. 6 squared. 36. Square root 36. 2 cubed. And square root 9. 3. Now, when you add, they multiply. And when you minus, they divide. So you can actually simplify this as log A 4 times 36 over 6 times 8 times 3. The 4 and the 36 are on the top because you're adding, and these 3 numbers are at the bottom because you're minus, and you're allowed to do this because they're all base A. Yeah?
If it's minus, shouldn't it mean that 6 should be divided by 8 and 3 to go?
Oh, you're thinking like 6 over 8.
Yeah.
Not quite. Why are you so late? Come on, sit down. We're doing number 2 here. You want to do 6 over 8.
Yeah, what can be like,
You could do 6 over 8. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
But then the minus in front of that means this will be over 6 over 8. You know, there's a couple of different ways to group them together. For example, some people maybe would prefer to take the minus out here and group them together as 3. You have a few choices. This is just the quickest one. So, let's see, what have we got to simplify here? 3 goes into 36 12 times, right? Yeah, and then this is 40. Is this 48 over 48?
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, so it's log A 1, which is 0 then. I've got a calculator here now. Four times. It is, isn't it? Yes. 1 it is. That's what you've been missing. Okay, I think a lot of people had trouble with that one, it seemed. Yes. Did anybody get 0?
I got A1.
Okay. Before you start number 3, how many answers should there be in number 3? 4. However, that's when you're dealing with 0 to 2 pi. And here we're dealing with pi. So what do you think? 2. So there's probably 2 answers here. Probably 2 answers. So try number 3.
These kind of questions, do they come in part A?
1, 2, 3, I took them from a part A of an exam. Okay, you should be really finished it by now. It's short enough. Yeah. So let's have a look here. The first step for solving these is inverting. So we have 2 theta is sine inverse minus square root 3 over 2. That's the first step. Now, when you take out your calculator, make sure it's in what mode? Radian. So just put it in radian mode. Guys, listen. Hey, listen. Listen. Sine inverse minus square root 3 over 2. And we're in radian mode and we get minus pi over 3. So our first answer is 2 theta equals minus pi over 3. And who remembers how to get the second answer for sine? Plus or minus? Minus, yeah, it's 180 or in this case pi minus the first answer.
Wait, can you write the rule again? In what was it called? The rule says like the word for each sector has
I, E, S, and F.
So inverse, extra.
Extra answers, simplify, and fix the answers. Dude, you did this in semester 1. How could you forget? IESF, no.
OMG.
Hey.
When you went too far, right? Went too far.
Delete the F, okay? Right, listen. The students who had me in semester 1, we did it this way. Students who didn't have me in semester 1, you might have seen it done a different way. So those people who haven't seen it or forgotten, listen carefully and I'll show you the other method for solving these, okay? The way I like to solve these is by breaking the problem down into 4 steps, which I write as I, E, S, and F. The first step is the inverse step, which is a simple step. You just use sine inverse to get one answer. This is only one answer though, and there should be more than one answer. How you get the second answer, so we're now on to the E step, the extra answers. How you get the second answer depends on if you're dealing with sine, cos, or tan. Your calculator only gives you one answer, but you know that often there's more than one answer. For example, if you type this into the calculator, what will the calculator give us the answer? 3, but you know there's more than one answer, there's a minus 3. So similarly for sine, cos and tan, there's actually 2 answers, depending on what you have. So sine, the calculator gives you the first answer. The way you get the second answer is you do, pi minus the first answer. If you had cosine, who remembers this one? The calculator gives you the first answer.
2 pi.
2 pi minus the answer. And lastly, tan.
Pi plus the answer.
Yeah. Pi plus the answer. So because we're dealing with sine, we do pi minus the answer. And this gives us our second answer. Answers are always in pairs. I'll say that again. Answers are always in pairs. So the second answer is going to be 2 pi over 3. 2 minuses. Pi minus pi over 3. So that's 4 pi over 3. Now, how many answers did we say we should have here? 2, but if forgetting about this thing, 4. So there's 2 more answers, and the way you get the extra 2 answers you add 2 pi onto the previous 2. If you needed 6 answers, you would add 2 pi onto the previous 2 again, and so on. So you can make them in pairs going down. So answer 3 and 4 is 2 pi added onto these two. So if I add 2 pi onto this, what's that going to be? 5 pi over 3. And then if I add 2 pi onto that, what's that? 10 pi over 3?
Why did we add 2 pi again?
Because we're going around like
360.
it's a 360, yeah. Right, so I've completed the E step. The next step is the simplifying step. We're not looking for 2 theta, we're looking for theta. These angles are for 2 theta, so to get theta, I divide everything by 2. So now I have theta equals minus pi over 6, 2 pi over 3, 5 pi over 6, 5 pi over 3. And I divide all these by 2, right? Pi over 6, 2, 6, 5, yeah? And the very last step, this one, the fix. So some of your answers are not in the range that you want, and you can fix that by adding or subtracting 2 pi. Okay? So if you look, you want it to be between 0 and pi. Is this one between 0 or pi? No, so there's a problem here. This one, we need to fix this. This one is okay. This one is okay, and this one we need to try and fix. We'll try and fix it.
Wait, you said it has to be
Between 0 and pi. That was in the question.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? Okay. So, do I need to add or subtract 2 pi here to try and fix this? Add. So this would become, if I add 2 pi, what's that? 11 pi over 6? Is this between 0 and pi? No, this is more than pi.
So we have to fix it again.
We can't because it's gotten too big. If we subtract 2 pi, we're just back at the start.
So
It's impossible to fix this one. We can't fix this one.
So we leave it?
So it's gone. Why? Listen carefully. Shh, listen. This answer is not between 0 or pi. So I fix it by adding 2 pi. But now it's too big. I can't get it between 0 and pi. It just won't fit in there. It's either too big or too small. Likewise here, shall I add or subtract 2 pi? Is it too big or too small? Too big. So I should subtract 2 pi and then I get minus pi over 3. Is this between 0 or pi? No, it's impossible to fix this one. So I'm only left with these two. And if you remember at the very start we said there's probably 2 answers. You can check these answers are right because when you calculate sine twice this angle you should get minus root 3 over 2. So if we just check it here, if I type in sine twice my answer, which is 2 pi over 3, I should get minus, what was it, minus root 3 over 2? And I do. And let's check the other answer. And I do. So these are the 2 answers for this equation then. I know there are other ways to solve this, but this is the way I prefer to solve it, using the 4 steps, i.e. S and F. You don't have to do it this way in the exam, but I feel this is the way that it's least likely to give you the wrong answer.
Mess up.
Yes. Okay, try number 4 now. It's a probability question. Guys, try number 4 now. Interview? Go ahead. Okay, it shouldn't take you that long to do number 4. It's quite a short probability tree question. Okay, let's have a look. A box contains 5 red and 3 yellow, and you draw 2 beads with no replacement, meaning once the bead is taken out, it's left out. So at the very beginning, you have a choice. You can either get red, or you could get yellow. And then second time, you could get red, you could get yellow, you could get red, or you could get yellow. At the very beginning, you have a 5 in 8 chance of getting a red and a 3 in 8 in getting a yellow. However, after you take 1 red out, you now only have 4 in 7. So this one must be 3 in 7. And if you take a yellow out at the start, you still have a 5 red beads to be taken, but only 7 in total. So this one is a 2 in 7. So the first question was draw the tree. The second one is both beads are yellow. So yellow and yellow. That's 3/8 times 2 7s, which is, what's that? 6 over 56? No, 50, yeah, which is 3 over 28. Now, find the probability that at least 1 bead is red. So probability of at least 1 red. So that means a yellow, or it could be a yellow red, or it could be,
At least 1 red.
oh sorry, at least 1 red. So not yellow, could be yellow red, or red yellow, or red red. But that's 3 things to calculate. You could do at least 1 red is the same as 1 minus probability of not at least 1 red. So what's not getting at least 1 red? 2 yellows, yeah. So this is 1 minus yellow, which then you realize that's what you did previously. So you have to use the previous answer here. So that's 1 minus yellow, which is 1 minus 3 over 28, which, what's that, 25, is it? That one there. Okay, and then the last one is that the probability that the second bead is red. So the probability that the second bead is red, that means a yellow and a red, or a red and a red. Do we have yellow and red? No, we don't have that one. Or do we have red and red? No, we don't have that one. So we need to work out both of these. What's yellow and red? 3/8 and 5 7s. And then red 5/8 and 4 7s. So what's that? 20 and 15, 35 over 56, is it? Now I actually, after writing this out, I realized if you really wanted to, you could actually use your previous answer, because your previous answer has yellow red and red in it. So if you took away red yellow from the previous answer, you'd get it, but that's a bit messy. Is this not it? No, what is it? Is that not the same thing? No? Okay. Now, I just want to add in an extra part, which just is something that you could get in the exam. So I'll just add in one extra part here. I want the okay, listen. I want the probability that, let's see, the probability that the first bead was red, given that the second was red. So you know, this is what you know the second bead is red. You know that for a fact. You want to know what's the probability that the first bead was red. But you know that the second bead was red. Yeah, but just make sure you write in first and second. So it's probability that the first one's red given the second one is red.
Sorry, can you clarify?
Probability that the first bead is red.
Well, didn't the question ask for probability of the second bead? Right?
No, this is an extra question I'm putting in.
Oh.
Yeah. No, you can phrase it whichever. That's a different problem. No, because I'm giving you this information. Obviously, the first happens before the second. Yes, but that's not important for the calculation.
Constructing a tree, and that sentence change anything. So,
we'll do it now.
yeah.
Alright, let's have a look at this one. So this one is the probability that the first bead was a red, given that the second bead, you know for a fact the second one is a red. So what's happening here is I've hidden the result of the first draw. You haven't seen what I drew for the first one. So it's like I took a bead no, listen. It's like I took a bead out of the bag, but I have not shown the colour to you, and then I take a second bead out, and you see that it's a red. What's the probability that what I took out was a red? Okay. So the formula to calculate this, if you forgot, what you do is you say the first one is a red and the second is a red, and this is something I think we've calculated, all over the probability that the second one is a red. So the rule is for A given B, it's A and B over B. And this is something from semester 1, but at the very end of semester 1. And did we work out red and red? Is that something we did work out, or we need to work it out? We have yellow. Red is 5/8 and 4/7. 5/8 and 4/7. And do we have the second as a red? We did. Is that something to work out? The second is a red. Yeah, that was it here, wasn't it? No, that was at least one red. Yeah. The second is a red. Is red or yellow red. So that's 5/8 4/7 plus, can someone tell me since I don't want to scroll back? 3/8 and 5/7. Okay, so this is the answer here. Yeah, so we'll just put this in on the calculator and see what we get. Right. They have, I can't remember which exam it is, but one of them has a probability question in it.
In the end of the class, do you tell us what the focus for on the Charles?
Am I doing a revision Charles class with you?
Could you please, yes.
Hang on, I don't know what I'm doing. Did someone ask me to do a revision Charles class? I don't listen to these things.
Someone did, yes.
I think the principal might have asked me. I don't know, do you have some
We
timetable?
do have a timetable for 2 hours units, right?
Yeah, okay. I'll talk about the Charles exam in the Charles class. 4/7.
Could you remind us what it is?
Well, the thing is, I don't know what it is, so I can't do that.
Could you scroll up? I didn't get to that. One before that. Yeah, that's that.
Okay, try number 5 now, please. Number 5.
This is a common question, right?
Very common. Finish.
The last part.
Derivative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at this one now. So, you're told in the question that at the beginning, when the time is 0, the temperature is 90. And then you're also told 8 minutes later, the temperature is 76. So, using this first, I think will be easier. You can say 90 equals AE0, which is 1, plus 20. So clearly A is 70. So now you have theta equals 70 EKT plus 20. And if we put the second value in, we can get 76 equals 70 E8K plus 20. So 56 equals 70 E8K. So 56 over 70 equals E8K. We can get rid of the E by using log. So log here, and they cancel. So you have 8K equals log 56 over 70. So K is that log all over 8, which is minus 0.028.
Wait, you put lim and you put over 70. What's that mean?
Huh? No. I divided by 70.
Oh, okay, then you put the lim.
Yes. Okay. Listen, before I continue, I need to write the units in. So the unit for the 70 for the A, that's in degrees. Oh no, actually I suppose I don't need the unit because they say it's with theta is C. But what's the unit for the K? The K does have a unit here. Per what? Look at what the K is beside in the formula. Time. So this is per minute, yeah. And the last part is the derivative. So the derivative of the 20 is 0. So we just need to look at the derivative of AEKT. So if you remember from semester 1, the K comes down. So the derivative is AKEKT. And we know the A, the K, and the T here. The A, what did we say was 20, was it? No, 70. And the K we know. And the K we know. And the T we know. I think that's everything, yeah? And the unit here is degrees per minute. So what is this on the calculator then? 70 times minus 0.028 times e power minus 0.028 times 20 minus 1.12. Roughly speaking, what this means is after 20 minutes, the T is losing about 1 degree per minute. That's how quickly it's cooling down. So at 21 minutes, we expect it to be roughly 1 degree cooler than at 20 minutes.
So
It's increasing then, yeah. Okay, engineering students, you can skip on to number 7, and science students try number 6 now.
Could you explain why it's increasing?
Why is what?
Why is it increasing?
Why is what increasing?
The last
It's not important. It's not important. No.
unit important?
It's weird, but sometimes in the marking scheme they want the unit and sometimes they don't care. So just to be safe, you should write the unit in, but that doesn't mean you'll lose marks if you forget it in the maths exam.
So how do you get the unit?
For what?
Last D over
Theta over dt. Temperature over time. Are you doing number 6? Come on.
That's fine.
I'm not sharing. Sharing is scary. It wasn't so bad. It's not any of us.
Live in a fair. Take love.
I don't even know what
Fair.
we're talking
Engineers, are you working? I'm going to do it in a minute. You try first. Are we able to get this one? Okay guys, we'll do this one now. Looks like some people are getting it, some people are having trouble. So let's have a look at this one now. I think this is a little difficult for some people. So just listen carefully. Listen. So, it's claimed that an 8-sided die is biased, meaning that when you roll it, you don't get each face with the same chance. One face is preferred over the other. A student decides to see if there was evidence for this and rolled the die 320 times and has the results in the table below. So you can see here that their score, you can get a 1 to 8. For example, they got a number 1 48 times and they got a number 8 37 times. So the first question is not even to calculate anything, it's just to write down what your hypothesis is. Also called the Null Hypothesis or the original hypothesis. So what would the what would the Null Hypothesis be here? Does anyone know this?
Biased.
Which is it, biased or unbiased?
Unbiased.
Yeah, that the die is fair. Usually for these Null Hypothesis business, the Null Hypothesis is usually something, it's usually what's called like the status quo. Most of the time things are fair. You have to provide evidence to show it's unfair. So 99% of the time your Null Hypothesis is probably going to be something like blank is fair or whatever like that. Now, second part. Work out the expected values. So I'll just write the table down here. We have the score. We can get a 1, 2, yep. Oh, sorry, you said, yeah, I wanted 2. So the Null Hypothesis and then the alternative is what? Yeah, the die is biased then. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, that frequency there, is that the observed value or the expected value? That's what you observed. So you observed getting a 1 48 times, getting a 2 47 times, 31, 34, 46, 28, 49, 37. It's 320 rolls in total. If the dice is fair, if it was fair, what were you expecting to get each time? 40, because if you roll a dice with 8 sides 320 times, each side should come up 1/8 of the time, meaning 40.
So
divided by 8. So the expected value for all of these values is the same, it's 40. So finally, the actual calculation part is to calculate a chi-squared, perform the chi-squared test to test if it is fair or not. So, the formula for chi-squared, it's the sum of the difference between what was expected and observed, or the other way around, it doesn't matter because you're squaring it, all over expected value. So for example, the first one, what was the difference? 8. Yeah, and we square that and we get 64 over what we expected, 40. The next one, the difference is 7 squared, 49 over 40. The difference here is 9, so 81 over 40, 36 over 40, 36 over 40, 144 over 40, 81 over 40, and 9 over 40. So obviously this is all over 40, so we just need to add up the top line here. 64 plus 49 plus 81 plus 36 plus 36 plus 144 plus 81 plus 9, 500 over 40, which is obviously, 12.5. Now we're not finished yet, this is just halfway there. No, listen. Yes. As I said, it doesn't matter which way around, because since you're squaring, if you swap them, the only difference will be the sign. And when you're squaring, the sign disappears anyway. So it really doesn't matter. You can do it either way, you'll get the same answer. In my head, I just remember it as the difference. Hey. I just remember it as the difference. It doesn't matter which way around it is. Okay. This is the chi-squared value. So you want to know what is the p-value that goes with this. So you need to use the table book. Before we can use the table book, we need to know the degrees of freedom.
Yeah, so rows minus R minus 1 times P minus 1. So rows minus 1 times column minus 1.
Yeah, so how many rows are there here? 2. Minus 1? 1. And how many columns are there? 8. Minus 1? 7. So 7 times 1?
18. Joking. Sorry, I had to do it. Stupid question.
Close to that. One moment. I need to mentally reset. Right, so we have here degrees of freedom is 7 and the chi-squared is 12.5. So if we look at the formula book, I can see that on the last page of the formula book you have the chi-squared table. And if I go to row 7, and what is a typical value, or what is the usual value for P? 0.05. So if I go to 7 and 0.05, I get a value of 6.346. No, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. 14.07. Does anyone know what this value is called in the table book? Yeah, it's called the critical value. It's, what did I say? 14.07. So what you do is you compare your value to the critical value. If your value is smaller, what do you do? Don't reject. And if it's greater, reject. So in this case, what do we do? Fail to reject the null hypothesis. Yeah. We like to read Guys, listen. Just finish this question really quick. So this value here, greater than or less than, so reject or fail to reject, fail to reject. So is this evidence for or against the dice being fair or biased?
It's not biased.
We fail to reject. We do not reject this. So that's kind of like saying accept. So we think the die is fair. That's it. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Just very quickly, engineering students, sorry, they're back. Would you guys just come over to speak with me after this class for a couple of minutes?
I don't think we have all the engineers. Are we missing Mir?
We're missing Mir.
Yeah. Okay.
So the three of you could just come over together and have a picture.
After this hour.
After, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Thank you. Sorry for
That was number 6. So can everyone try number 7 now? Adnan, come on. Guys, come on, I want you to do number 7 now, come on. Finish this?
Two parts. One, just have and then we know it's just
Are you finished number 7? Question, yeah.
Yeah, I just had a question.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
After the DF, I just have something.
Yeah, we have to use the table here. So, what you do is you look at this column, always, the 5% one, and you go down to row 7.
But how does it get to
How do we get 7? Now, you don't have it here, but I made a table. Can I just take that there? So, this is the number of rows minus 1 times the number of columns minus 1. So, on my table there were 2 rows, so it was 2 minus 1, and the number of columns were 8 minus 1, which is 7 then. Yeah. That's all. So this is like a formula for getting it. Just be careful using this. When we say number of rows, we don't mean the very top row, which is just the name of the side, like side 1, side 2, side 3. We mean the row with actual numbers in it, where you're counting something. So don't count the title row. And then the column, all the values from 1 to 8. So okay? Finished? Yeah. Salma? Finished? You got this one? No? Yes? You got it? Or it didn't?
No. No, but
Okay, look up. We'll do number 7 now. Look. Hey, look. Number 7 now. So, there's a little bit of a trick to this one. You have y equals 2 power x, which you write as e log 2 x, because e log 2 is still 2. Why do we do this? Because we can now write it like this. 1 times e log 2, which is I think 0.69, times x. This is positive and this is positive. And if you remember the graphs, when the a and the b are positive, the exponential goes like this. You can do something similar with 2 to the minus x, and you'll end up with 1e minus 0.69x. So we have a positive and we have a negative, and in that case the graph is going down, like this. And I believe that they'll both meet here because x is 0 in both cases. 2 power 0 is 1, and 2 power minus 0 is also 1. So they'll both meet here at 1. And the question was, show clearly where your curves cross the y-axis, so they clearly both cross at 1 then. Okay. Now try number 8. You might need a sine or a cosine rule in number 8. Right?
Just have to dot the primary.
Okay.
Every time I look at the question, it's primary.
Was the error finding?
Okay, should be nearly finished this now. Yeah, who do you need? Oh, the whole lot. Okay. They're just trying this question, but we're about to finish it. So, can you all just listen, and then in a moment I'll do number 8 now.
Hi everybody. I'm here to talk about... No. Good guess. Try again. Sports Day! Everybody loves sports, especially me and Stephen. Big sports fanatics here, aren't we, Stephen?
Yes.
Big in sports. So it's just a bit of fun, okay? I, more than anybody, know how sports is fun. We're going to make today a bit of fun, okay? So it's really just an opportunity for all the students in the college to get together and have a bit of fun, okay? Not just September students, but September, January, PMP, all together. It's going to be in Clogher Road Park, which is just up around the corner from here. Some of you know it. It was a suggestion from one of the students, that venue. Okay? On the day, there will be a 5-a-side football tournament, but that's just part of it. Okay? That's not the whole thing. If you don't play football, you'll go, oh, I'm not going, I don't play football. Okay? I don't play football. I'm still going. The 5-a-side football, if you want to partake, there must be a minimum of 1 girl per team. Okay? The prizes are fantastic. I'm not at liberty to disclose, but it may involve 100% attendance and 4 A-stars.
What?
They believe anything. They really believe anything.
Maybe the 100% attendance.
Wrong on both counts.
I'm dropping out now.
It's a gold ticket to RCSI.
Are we getting the limousine to drop them off as well this year? Or, yeah, okay. A helicopter, yes, okay.
there'll be prizes. It's all going to be a bit of fun. Okay. Each tutor group, how many tutor groups are in here?
I think there's three groups in here. Isn't
Three?
it? Yeah.
Okay, so each tutor group should choose a colour to come on the day, all in the same colour. Nathan, one class rep. You'll be choosing a colour. Where are the other class reps in here? Ellen's asleep. Actually asleep.
Is she?
Someone want to give her an elbow?
What's the family time?
Okay. Ilma's class will be choosing a colour to wear on the day. What colour is that, Ilma? You'll work with that, okay?
Green color.
Group 2 is green. Yeah. Whatever colour you like, choose a colour. On the day there's going to be, do you know tug of war?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's going to be tug of war contest between tutor groups. Flower Park, up around the corner, about 5 minutes. I'm going to send you a map and everything.
We have to pay.
No, it's free.
And it's the after class.
It's on a Saturday afternoon.
He can be our actor.
This after.
Saturday, 6 of May. I'm going to email you all the flyers information. Just pay attention for a minute because Stephen's going to kill me for stealing his math class. Okay? You do have exams looming. Okay, so also each tutor group will be choosing, the class reps will be choosing a person, 2 people per tutor group to bake a cake.
Curry cake.
Work together, make a cake. There'll be a cake competition per tutor group on the day. The few staff members are particularly skilled in judging cakes.
I can make a cake.
Cake. So find 2 people in each tutor group to make a cake.
Pancake.
And have a cake.
Can we just buy the cake?
The rules are just make a cake. You can cheat if you like. Okay. Okay. So there's just going to be lots of things going on in the day. We're going to have egg and spoon race, 3-legged race, etc., stack race. Okay. So, but you don't have to do anything. You can just come along and laugh if you like. Okay? Or eat cake. Okay. Whatever you want to do. If you're doing the 5-a-side, we'll be asking you to sign up your team in advance so we can plan out how many minutes per team. So it'll be very competitive football, I think. Okay? But aside from that, it's just going to be fun. Okay? One more thing. The class reps are also organising a party just for September intake students because you're finishing up. Your class reps may have already spoke to you about that. That is separate to the sports day. It's the same day, it's that evening, it's up to you if you want to go. Okay? We've got there's a great menu deal that we've got. Starter, main course, dessert, plus cocktails for €25. Won't get that in Dublin. There's a non-alcoholic version for €20. Okay? It's in a great venue in town. It's up to you if you want to go, if you don't want to go, okay? But that is separate. Okay? And that's just an opportunity to have a bit of fun with your classmates before you finish up. And that will just be September intake, okay? That won't be the whole college. Okay? So your class reps will organise that. Any questions about anything? No? Super. Okay, back. Saturday, May 6th. Pencil it into the social diary. Get baking. Get training. Get your eggs and spoons out. Okay? Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
See you.
Okay guys, let's have a look at the answer for this one now. Listen up. So for the first one, what formula do we need here? We'll call this side AC, we'll call this one B. So what formula do we need here? They give us the area is 108. So it's a half, yeah, so in this case it would be a half B times 24 times. Okay. Listen. The formula. Listen. The formula is a half AB sine C. Or in other words, half the sides times the sine of the angle in between. So it's a half 24B sine 30. And that, we're told, should be 108. So that means 12B sine 30 equals 108. So B equals 108 over 12 sine 30. And what do we get for that?
18.
Exactly 18? Because this is a half. 6 goes into that 18 times. Are you still in radian mode? Okay. Now, we want to get the length of this side here. What could we use to get that side? Cos rule. So we have a squared equals b squared. Well, this side squared equals the other two squared. Minus twice 1824 cos 30. So if you want the a directly, we'll just square root that. And what do we get there? 12.32 meters. Okay, and the last part, guys, listen. The last part for this one is find the distance from B to AC. So they want this distance here. I'll call it X. So because it's a right angle triangle, if you wanted to, you could use something like sine, cos, or tan. If you look at this angle, you're looking at the opposites, the hypotenuse and the adjacent compared to this angle. Yeah. So that's cos 30. It's a bit hard to see. Let me redraw this here. That side is 90. This side is 30. I'm sorry. Well, it's still cos 30, but this side here is not the hypotenuse. This side is, so it's actually sine. It's sine. This side is x, and this side is 24. So sine 30 equals x over 24. So that means x is 24 sine 30, which is 12 meters then. Okay, try number 9 now, please. Cosec. Cosec number 9. Cosec is 1 over sine. Guys, actually we'll change number 8, 9 to make it a little bit easier. So instead, we'll say y equals 1 over cos x. So if you can just change that to y equals 1 over cos x. Be a little bit easier this way. Did you change that?
Yeah.
1 over cos x. All of them. No. I have to go off after this lesson, I would have time to. You can figure it out.
Integration of y squared.
Huh?
Integration of y squared.
Yes, for
You
volume.
need the graph, like.
No, you don't have to draw it. You need to go now for it, yeah?
I just would like to integrate.
Answer? Guys, are you finished? Yes. Get the what? Yeah. Go to Easton's and buy a better calculator. That's how you get it on it. No, I didn't. I said Casio 991.
That's this one. He actually pointed it out. I remember that. I had to. They found they got to check their answers. You watch those. It's good for something.
Okay, do we have an answer here? No, let's have a look at this one. So, the formula for volume is pi integrate, and in this case it's pi over 4 to pi over 6, y squared dx, which in this case is pi over 4, pi over 6, 1 over cos squared x dx. And what does this integrate to? Tan x. Because, if you remember from semester 1, listen! If you remember from semester 1, the derivative of tan x is 1 over cos squared x. Therefore, the integration of 1 over cos squared x is tan x. So this is tan x, pi over 4, pi over 6. So we can finish that by having pi tan pi over 6 minus tan pi over 4. What's tan pi over 6, please? Can you just double check? Is that root 3? Yeah. Root 3 over 3? Minus 1 is the answer. Yeah?
But then, if that question on the cosec, if that was actually the question, how do we differentiate that?
I
How do
don't
we
know.
integrate that?
Yeah, if it was cosec, which is 1 over... Well, let's have a look at that actually. I just made it a little easier by doing this, but we should actually have a look at the original one, cos squared. Can I scroll down?
Why did you square it? Why did you get the number?
In the question.
But why did you square y?
I think I might have written this upside down, did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. So it just...
Yeah.
It just means I have the answer backwards. It should be like this. They're upside down. That just swaps the answer at the end. Okay, can I scroll down now? Yeah. So let's look at this problem here. If we had something like 1 over sine squared x dx. So the first thing you need to check before you try to integrate this is just check the formula book to see if there is a formula for this, if it's a special type of integration. So if I look at the formula book and just go to the differentiation and integration page, let's see, I'm looking for something that would have, what is this, cosec squared. Yeah, which is cosec squared, yeah. So let's see what I got here. I'm not seeing, I can see, listen. If I look at the integration formulas, I can see there's a formula for cosec, but I'm not seeing one for cosec squared. But if I go to the differentiation, there is something. This is equal to integrating, we said cosec squared. Yeah, yeah. This is the same thing as integrating minus cosec squared x. Now you might be wondering, why did I put in 2 minuses? Because if we look at the formula book, we can see the derivative of cotan x is, it says it on the differentiation page, is minus cosec squared x. Therefore the integration of cosec squared is cotan. Minus cosec squared is cotan. So this answer is minus cotan x. So there isn't any way to integrate this except for using the formula book. I mean, there is a way, but it's quite difficult. That's why I changed it. And even this way is quite difficult because you actually have to look at the differentiation page and not the integrating page to find the formula here. So this question was a little bit tricky when it came up a couple of years ago. Let's see. Okay.
Sir?
Yeah.
Previous question, why did you write y squared?
Why did I write what?
Still obviously y squared.
That's the formula.
Y squared?
For
Y.
that is the formula for volume. Okay, listen. Hey, I'll just take the attendance here, okay? Quicker I get this done, the quicker you can go. It's not going to go well if you're already packing up and talking. So, for group 1, I should have 13 people. Can you just put up your hand for group 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, which 2 am I missing then? The Dean, yeah, who's here? Hang on. I just counted 11 people. After then I'm missing one person.
Yeah.
The Dean. Okay. The Dean is missing. Right, group 2, I should have 14. No, I should have 13. So who's group 2, please?
One of them is
Okay, I'll add that in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 plus 2 is 10, and I should have 13, so I'm missing 3. Sharon. Who else?
Who the heck else? Naleen's not in our group.
Yeah, I didn't count. He's not in the group anyway. So I'm missing one more then. Noreen. Did I go by a different name? N-O-U-R-I-N, yeah? Okay. No, I got that person, and I got Sharon. So there's one more. But did I not count her when I did the plus 2? Alright, Deborah. Yes. That person's out. Saran. Yeah, Akira. It's in though. Lambert. Mark. Salma. Sarah. Adriana. Sharon's out. Yusuf is not in this class. Abdallah, he was here. And Mosa. Alright. And then group 3. Wait, I still have one more group 3. So, these are just the Hisham.
Not here.
Yeah. Shame. Adnan. You're group 3 though.
The other Adnan.
This is the other Adnan, which is not here. And Nubla. And then the engineers, everyone except for Mir. Okay. Alright, now you can go.
I'm taking